Go. Hello and welcome.
Hello, welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the smut that my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara, and I just yelled at her, and I saw my own face when I said it, and my eyes were really big.
Hi.
Hi.
Today's a weird one.
It's Aquarius moon.
Yes, that's true.
Emily's like, what does that mean?
I don't know. None of it's real. Don't worry about it.
I love it. You have an announcement, Barbara?
Oh,
I don't have an announcement. I have something I learned on TikTok today.
Fun fact.
Oh, fun fact.
It's a fun fact, and it's not fun. It's kind of horrifying.
Cool.
You're familiar with Twilight?
Yes.
Okay. The love triangle.
Bella, Edward, and
Jacob. Excellent work.
Wow.
Stephanie Meyer, the author. Her brother's name is Jacob.
Oh.
Weird.
Oh. Yeah, and you're all about brothers. You fucking love brothers. So I thought you'd really be into this.
Did you guys see the Prince Harry and... No, wait. What are the other ones' names?
William?
Yes. They did some like family video and it literally looks exactly like Twilight. Did you
What?
see that?
I think I saw something about it, but I'm like hazy on the details now.
Is it real?
Yeah, it's like them like in the woods and they're like running around.
Playing baseball game?
And then, yes.
No.
I swear to God, look it up on TikTok.
I saw someone who, it was a still of Kate walking through like a wheat field or something. And someone was like, oh, I didn't realize she was releasing like a folk album app. Like,
Dude, watch the whole video and somebody spliced it side by side with some Twilight scenes.
oh my God.
Like if you just put that blue filter on it, it looks exactly the same.
Creepy.
It's crazy.
Anyway, that's my fun fact.
Wow. Little Prince
love it.
George, like perched in the tree, just like flying between it. What is it? Like this is the face
Spider-
of a killer or
oh,
something?
yeah.
Or the skin of
The
a killer?
skin of a killer.
What does he say? Loca? He calls her Loca or something.
He's like,
that.
what are you
Jacob.
doing here, chica? Or where you been? What is it?
Where you
Loca.
been, Loca?
I didn't know that was real. And I asked Alyssa, I was like, wait, does he
Wait,
actually?
you've never seen the movie?
I watched the first one and then I went, I think I might actually die if I try to watch this anymore.
Oh my God.
I've read the books several times because,
Yeah.
It's different.
yeah.
It's different.
I watched a Riff Tracks, which is like the guys from Mystery Science
Yeah.
Theater. They did one of, that's the only way I saw Twilight.
Yeah.
Was through that lens of
That's
them
the way
making
to
fun
do
of Yeah. Yeah. And then you're just like, wow, this was really, without the like not laugh track over it, but the commentary over it, it really sucks.
It was hard for me to watch.
Read the book.
I did read the first one.
All right.
At the time, Hurricane Ike, it was a whole thing. We didn't have electricity for 2 weeks in Houston.
The only thing you had was Twilight.
And my
do I
friend
do?
Sarah had it, and I was like, okay. She was like, it's so good.
What'd you think?
She didn't read anymore, so she
Yeah.
hated it.
I think I like got, is it the second book where it's like you flip the chapters
Yeah.
and it's a month?
Yeah.
It was like that. And then I think I probably got halfway through and I was like,
And
I'm
you got
good.
electricity back?
Yeah. I was like, I'm good. I'm done. Yeah.
The only good thing my ex ever did was tell me, I think you'd really like this book. And then at that time in my life, I was really depressed. And I remember reading the entire series and finishing it.
And you were
then,
cured?
like, I finished the last page and went, what do I do? I can't be alone with my thoughts. So I just started it right over again.
Oh.
Never
It's
stop.
very effective. I'm still here. So
Oh. But you moved, did you ever do, so you read the whole series?
Yeah.
How many times do you think you read it through?
I don't know. Maybe like a couple of times.
But you
I
didn't
don't like sit and go like page 1 to the end of book 4, you know, like I skim around.
But you'd say your Draco and Hermione fanfic is more of your like for years now.
Oh my God, look
it's
what
been like
she's
over a year.
She gets so
It's so
excited.
good. So good.
Your body just changed.
My changing body.
What's
I
their
meant like...
what's their like ship name or whatever?
Hermione.
Dramini. Okay. Well,
Well,
do you have a Dramini book for us, Vanessa?
God, I hope so. Fuck. What do you have that's not as good as that?
Is it Twilight?
You wish. I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
the title.
Okay.
We don't get to know.
You'll
It's
know
Twilight.
as soon as I start reading.
Fuck it,
Oh,
let's do
shit.
pages first. Let's just see.
Okay.
How many
Let's just
pages?
see.
444.
120.
212.
246.
Oh, okay.
We nailed it.
So it's a later burn.
Oh, God.
Fuck it, let's do Goodreads first.
Let's bring in Gavin and Jeff.
Let's just make it happen. It's Aquarius moon. No.
Theo Silva, rowdy
Silva, what?
bull
No.
rider.
Bull
What?
rider.
It's lifeless.
Is it?
It's
Is it one of the list ones? I was thinking Elsie Silver, but that was her name. Isn't that the author?
That's her name.
This is gonna be a terrible part. We just shouted over each other. We're just screaming.
Is this the book?
Get ready, ladies, because we're getting reckless.
Homeless.
Oh, getting reckless.
Okay, Theo Silva. Blind cast. Who do you think?
I think he's half Brazilian.
Ooh.
That's thrown me. Okay, I need a minute.
I'm just saying, like, dark hair, dark eyes,
Dylan O'Brien,
tan.
Adam Brody.
Yeah.
They're not tan, but
No.
yeah, they could get a tan. All right.
Adam Brody from OC.
He's just
Okay.
he knows how to deliver a line in a very funny way, and you know that's all I need.
True.
This guy is really funny.
Yes.
Is he part of the family? Is he one of the brothers?
He's not. Okay, let me just read the thing.
Okay.
Maybe we should shut up.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'll tell you all about him. Theo Silva, rowdy bull rider, notorious ladies man, scorching hot trouble wrapped up in a drool-worthy package.
Jewel?
Drool.
Oh.
Gruel.
Syrup.
Bees?
Okay, and he's looking at me like I might be his next meal, but I'm almost free of my toxic marriage and have sworn off men entirely. So all I see when I look back is temptation served up with a heaping side of heartbreak.
Is this the stepsister who married the doctor and he sucked?
Oh.
Did I just nail that? Oh my
For
god.
real?
Oh my god.
This
Wow.
is Winter's book.
Toxic marriage, and I was like,
Winter's
she's got a redemption.
Yes.
Wow.
We didn't hate her, but we didn't love her.
Yes.
We're about to fall in love with her.
She better redeem herself.
Is her color palette a winter as well?
She is blonde, blue eyes.
Okay.
Yeah. The man is hard to trust and even harder to resist. Make that impossible because Theo is persistent, and no matter how hard I try to freeze him out, he melts my icy exterior and pulls apart all my defenses.
Oh my god.
Dang.
Over a drink in a small town bar, I blurt out my deepest, darkest secrets, and then I spend the singular, hottest night of my life with him. He worships my body, and he makes me blush. I come alive beneath his hands. Then I tell him to forget. Then I tell him to forget it ever happened. I want simple, and with him, it all just feels complicated. It was supposed to be a one-time thing, a secret.
It's never just a one-time
Secret.
thing.
What's complicated? He made you come alive.
You got out of your toxic marriage with your sister's abuser that you
But
continued
you didn't know that that was the case.
Yeah, she didn't know. So
But then when she did know, she still stayed with him and had his baby?
no. So, okay, Theo is...
A bull rider.
Yes, he's Rhett's mentor's son.
Okay.
And he died a long time ago in a bull riding accident.
Ooh,
And
trauma.
so Rhett has kind of taken over as his mentor. And
Rhett
now
Butler.
that he's not riding professionally anymore, he's kind of coaching.
Okay.
I think I told you that in the last book.
I understand that there's like technique and stuff, but coaching, I just imagine like stay on.
Yeah.
Hold
Stay on the bull.
Well, mostly like keeping him in check for like training and stuff like that.
So he doesn't die like his father.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
So Winter.
Oh, just like Gone with the Wind when the dad dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're back in Gone with the Wind.
We're back,
God.
baby.
Winter found out Rhett busted the news, spilled the beans at the hospital. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
To Winter about
Totally.
When,
Summer.
Rhett was like, hey,
He
girl,
shows up.
you're in danger, girl.
yeah.
No, Rhett's at the hospital for something,
Why
and
was
Winter and
he hurt his little shoulder.
yeah, Winter
Oh.
shows up because she's the doctor, and Rhett puts two and two together, and he's like, and Rob shows up, and he
Rob.
realizes that they're married, and he's like, fuck this guy.
Right.
He did X, Y, and Z.
Sucks.
That's when Winter finds out.
But she's
about
already
them.
pregnant.
She's already pregnant. She loses the baby.
Oh no.
Basically, I think she loses the baby at the end of book 1.
I think
Wow.
so.
Because
Book 2, I remember, was just like they kept hiding panties everywhere.
yeah,
Book
and
2 was like the redhead, and it was the baby.
The baby
Yes.
boy.
Baby boy.
remember
Pukey.
Summer.
Pukey. Oh, pukes.
Willa runs into Winter at the hospital.
Right.
And that's when she finds out that she's pregnant. And she tells Summer she saw Winter and she looks like shit. She lost the baby. Her and Rob are on the outs.
Because Summer stopped talking to Winter because she was married to her abuser.
No, winter and summer were never really close. Remember, summer was the nanny's baby.
Oh, right.
And
so
the
she was like the
nanny
golden
just
child and then like
left.
the whore's
Oh.
And Winter's mom basically was a bitch to Summer, and Winter would also be mean to her. So it was basically like Summer and the dad versus Winter and the mom.
kid. What's that movie, Ever After? Drew Barrymore?
Yes.
So it's basically if
Evil
Marguerite got a
stepsisters.
redemption arc.
Yes.
Oh. Isn't that like Cinderella?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Evil stepsister,
Oh.
Angelica Houston. It's great.
I love Angelica Houston.
So when Winter finds out about Summer and Rob, she loses the baby. She starts taking. It's funny that you said that you were going to wear your Silver Spring shirt, because that's all I kept thinking about the whole entire time I was reading this book, but it's Chestnut Springs.
But the author's name is Elsie Silver.
Oh my God, it's there.
So I could.
It's there.
That's why I kept saying Silver Springs in all the other books.
I love it.
That's why you were like, "Why are you singing that song?"
So are we picturing Stevie Nicks, or is she a little too wild for this doctor?
Ooh. I mean,
Stevie
we could
Nicks, but she's like ice cold before she was allowed to be herself.
Yeah, she becomes Stevie Nicks after she gets with Theo.
When she meets this homeless guy.
I also wanted to say that this is the 4th book in the series. I skipped book 3.
Is that the one about
sister?
It's the one about the hockey player and Rhett's cousin. So it's literally
That's like barely
somebody
on the family tree.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, they're like friends to lovers. I was like, I don't really care.
That's not your speed.
But everybody was like, you got to do book 4. You got to do book 4. I think like somebody named Sophie on YouTube, somebody named Melissa sent us something
We
on
could go
Instagram.
with Theo James. Is that his name?
Oh,
His
yeah.
name's Theo.
Oh, cute.
His name's
she's
Theo.
in.
Maybe Saoirse Ronan?
Who?
Saoirse Ronan?
Why do I know that name? Yeah, I was thinking at first. I was thinking Gwyneth Paltrow when you said like a winter with like blonde,
very icy, uptight, but then actually like,
what's she been in?
Little Women, the newest one. She's Jo.
I don't know.
She's very like
Did you ever
classic
see?
faced.
Did you ever see The Lovely Bones?
Yes.
She's,
yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
she's an adult.
Yeah. Okay.
Dakota Fanning too. She's older now. She's is Winter kind
Her
of a
sister
bitch?
Elle Fanning is who I would.
Ooh, yeah. Is she uptight?
Ooh, Elle Fanning.
Yes, they do call her Elsa.
Oh, perfect.
The ice princess.
Ella Fanning?
Fanning.
Elsa Fanning.
Elsa Fanning.
Elsa
Elsa
Fanning.
Fanning.
Nix.
What were you saying?
Okay. So she basically has been taking, she's a doctor. She's doing her residency. So she's been taking shifts in Chestnut Springs, mostly to get away from her mom and Rob, but also she's like hoping to like repair things with Summer.
Cool.
We really don't know this, but she's packing up to leave to go to Chestnut Springs. And this is basically the last time her and Rob are going to talk. They kind of have like a fight. Like he's like, I never loved her. And she was like, and you never loved me. I really don't care. I hate you for what you did to my sister, but I'm indifferent towards me and you because I never would have been with you had I known that you were taking advantage of my sister.
Is this where they sing at each other? You'll never get away from the sound of the
Yeah.
woman. Like, yes. Stevie Nicks.
Yes. So it's funny because when she leaves, Rob knows that is what her plan is to like go to Chestnut Springs, make up with Summer. And he basically says when she's leaving, he's like, you don't even like her. She'll never forgive you. And I'll be here when you come crawling back.
Ew.
I know.
Girl, bye.
Yeah. He even kind of says something about how he doesn't like her hair or something. I was like, fuck this guy.
God, can you just die already?
Yeah.
Even though she's like hoping that it might be a little more organic and like repairing the relationship with Summer, she immediately calls her when she gets to town. And of course, Summer's just like, she's like, hi, what's up? Come to dinner. And so she invites her to family dinner at the ranch.
This is what a real family is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just
the
pictured-
Southbound family.
I just pictured cows at the table too.
Yes.
Yeah, they're outside at the window
Yeah.
looking in.
They're all in like a, what is it, the trowel?
Yeah.
Trough.
Trough?
Trough.
I almost said barrel. I'm going to be quiet.
They can
When
do it.
she's on her way to the ranch, she stops and gets gas, and she runs into a hunk of a man.
Oh, I bet his name's
Theo.
Theo.
Yeah. All
I bet he's
swagger.
a gentleman.
Yes. Theo James?
Theo James?
Yes. All swagger, broad shoulders, dark hair, darker eyes, sexy without trying, real rugged. Even though he's a bull rider, he's not really like a cowboy. He mostly wears like combat boots, jeans, and like a flannel and like a jacket.
He's a bad
and like
boy.
a baseball hat. He doesn't wear like
chaps?
a cowboy hat.
No, one glove.
He catches her staring and she's kind of like, oh my God, like this guy's so hot. And she was like, maybe it's just because of Rob and like want to get over it.
Right.
But he's obviously like super hot. She fumbles with her gas and he like runs his hands through his hair and like winks at her. And so she takes off. It doesn't matter because they're going to the same place anyway.
She gets flustered because he winks at her. Oh my God. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think mostly because she gets busted like looking him
Like
up and down.
drooling. over
She was like, look, guess I'm done now. Gotta go.
I didn't even get gas.
She's just like pouring gas on the road.
She just drives off with it stuck in her thing.
Yeah.
When Theo catches up to her on the road and she's going like, it's snowing, so she's going like 20 miles an hour. And he doesn't really realize it's her, so he's like laying on the horn and like flashing his
Theo.
lights.
Enemies to lovers.
Yeah, they pull over. Of course, she jumps out of the car and she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? There could have been wildlife out here. Like, I'm scared. And now you're following me. And they're just arguing. Rhett comes out and
Good for him.
he's like, oh, I guess you two have met. This is Summer's sister.
Classic.
Everybody already knows about winter and summer, you know, so.
And spring and fall.
She's kind of feeling a way about going out to dinner or going over there for dinner because everybody knows their history.
Right. They're going to know that I'm the
mean sister.
Ooh,
yeah.
The ice queen.
Yeah. He does give her, like when she jumps out of the car, he says, easy tink. It literally
bug
landed
bat
on
that
my
fly?
fucking chin.
Easy tink.
There's a bug in here that's
I'm going to start that
assaulting
over.
Vanessa.
When she jumps out of the car, he says easy tink because she has like this angry like Tinkerbell vibe.
We're leaving
Just
that in.
keep
We
laughing.
have to leave it in. It's too cute.
Okay.
So he says she's a Tinkerbell vibe, which means she's stomping her little feet with the little balls on them.
And she's got her little fairy costume on.
yeah, the
Yeah.
wings
Oh,
come.
she's got like the perfect bun.
Yeah.
God, that bun.
Well.
So he's definitely enjoying riling her up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it
is.
is.
She says something. She says,
yeah.
she says,
Oh, yeah.
She says something about like riding my ass, and he was like, "I hear a small dick is good for that." In case you. And he says
What?
like only somebody who's confident with their dick size would make that joke.
Does he make it and then immediately go, that actually shows that I have a
No.
huge dick and a lot of confidence.
He's
That's how you
thinking
do it, fellas.
He's thinking it in his head.
Wait. Say it again. I want to make sure I understand it correctly.
Here, I can pull the quote out.
No, just say it. Like, what did she say?
She says something about like you're riding my ass on the highway.
And he's like, only a small dick can do that?
I've heard a small dick is good if that's what you want.
He's saying, I have a small dick, so yeah, let me ride your ass. And then he can be like, gotcha, it's massive.
Blindside.
Keep the expectations low, and then everything will be like, damn.
Yeah.
That is actually a sign of confidence, too. Where he's like, I don't know, I got a little dick. You're like, no, you don't. I felt it.
Oh my God.
And, okay, so
So he's funny. He's clever.
Yes.
He's witty. He's not like the other boys.
yeah,
He's got at least an average dick. Wow.
Yeah.
Rhett introduces her as Winter Hamilton, but she corrects him that it's actually Valentine, and he says something like "not for long." Because she's obviously planning on getting a divorce and everybody knows.
She owns the name of her shitty ex-husband.
Yeah, I thought that was... Well, she hasn't signed the papers yet
Oh.
officially.
Maybe
She-
it's just habit or something.
I thought it would
actually-
be the other way around, where
Yeah.
he's like introducing her with her married name.
And she's like,
I'm about to be a Valentine.
Maybe
Yeah.
she's trying so hard to like own the fact that everyone here knows, so she's like leaning into it.
Well, when he says that thing about riding your ass, she's like, "I'm a married woman, you pig."
Oh.
Yeah, I think she's just doing it to deflect him.
I know I sprayed gasoline all over my car and yours and everyone's, but that was
Yeah.
different. I'm a married woman.
And I was married to the abuser of my sister who I'm trying to remedy okay, got it.
So pass the potatoes.
Yeah, so I'm here, but I'm getting a divorce, but I'm married, but don't like.
It's all very complicated, unlike your tiny dick.
Yes.
Yes.
So he tells Rhett when they're walking in the house that he thinks he's in love with her because she's super fiery.
I love when a guy's immediately like,
just
in love.
This
just
is
like,
the one for me.
I love it.
Goo gaga.
Goo goo gaga.
So, like I said, she's super nervous about this dinner, but of course they're all like super nice and welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
She even says something to Harvey about like, I'm sorry for crashing dinner. And he's like, this is family dinner and your family. It's just really sweet.
He's Sam.
What's his face?
Rock.
No.
Whitman.
With the mustache.
Sam.
The old
Elliot.
guy.
Elliot, yeah.
Elliot.
He's
Yeah.
like,
I said that.
I feel like he might get a book because there is a woman staying with them. I don't remember who she was, but
Is she Autumn?
Winter notices that they're like extra friendly.
Spring?
She notices him riding her ass.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like Golden Bachelor.
Later on after dinner, Theo like apologizes for the way that he was on the road. And he basically says like, I'll be heartbroken if you dislike me. And she was like, well, I forgive you, but I don't.
He's losing me. First of all, you were an ass on the road. That's a hard hill to overcome. And then I'll be heartbroken. Shut up.
Well, I think she's just saying like, I don't really care. I don't like you. I don't,
Why are you
doesn't
making
really
this-
matter to me.
It gives
Your
a little bit of the
apology.
like, where's my hug, girl?
It's a little
Yeah.
bit like, please don't be mad. Like,
But also like own it that you were an asshole on the road because I kind of liked it. So.
Well, that's what he does. He says he's sorry for being an asshole.
No, but like own it. Like I'm down with it. Just be like, no, you were driving like shit. And I'm like, oh my God.
Well, he
quit it.
does say that she was driving like shit.
I'm
He was
into
like,
him.
There you
I'm
go.
he
in.
was like, I was super bored.
wavering.
Okay.
Aquarius moon.
Let me plead my case some more.
Because she was like so scared on the road, he offers to drive her back to her hotel.
Back in.
Yeah. She doesn't want to
Act of
drive with
service.
him, but he offers to drive in front of her in case anything jumps out
He
on the
takes
road.
off flying down.
He turns his lights off so she can't even follow the tail
Oh my
lights.
God. When they're leaving, Cade tells him to be careful because she has claws. And he says, I like getting my back scratched.
I love it. He's in. He's not afraid of her.
Barbara.
I said nothing.
Yes, your face said it all. Anyway.
Like getting my back scratched. Sorry, that makes me think of super bad when he's like, funny thing about my back is it's located on my. Never mind.
I do remember that. That sounds like something Theo would say, actually.
There you go.
Look
Okay,
at
so
Theo.
they end up getting drunk at the hotel bar. She fills him in on all the family drama. Her dad is his agent too. Remember that was how Summer and Rhett met because
Big milk.
her dad is Rhett and Theo's agent.
I'm definitely picturing Matthew McConaughey now, like vibe wise. He's just very
confident, swagger.
silly, suave, charismatic.
Yeah.
He kind of gives her like a pep talk about how she's so concerned about being like a certain way. She's uptight. She's mean to everybody. She cares what other people think about her. And he's basically saying like, you need to stop giving a fuck. You only have so many fucks to give in your life and you're wasting them on people that don't deserve them. He's like, your mom's harshing you about a career that you already decided that you want. You're giving a fuck about your sister who acts like there's not even anything going on between you. Like she seems like she just likes you.
You're the one beating yourself up, not everyone else.
Yeah. And then also like a husband who obviously makes you miserable.
And we all hope he dies. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So of course, like he knows her story. So she feels like super judged by him, but he's like, I don't care. It's funny because he says something to Rhett later about how like he always was interested in Winter, not like romantically, but when he heard the stories about her and Summer, he always just wanted to know like her side of the story because it just seems so like
He
fucked
wanted
up.
to know her middle name.
Oh, that's so true love.
It's funny too because he's talking about not giving a fuck, but she brings up that at dinner Rhett called him out for being like a ladies' man and he kind of acted weird about it. And he basically tells her that last year he didn't win and that he's trying to like redouble his focus and like grow up a little bit. So
I'm going to stop telling strange women that I have a tiny dick that I'd like to insert into their asshole. Yeah.
Well,
okay, cool.
he's just not going to be fooling around with any girls, random girls anymore. He's not going to be partying anymore.
Only women.
Only women who are associated at family dinner.
Well, I think actually he took a vow of celibacy.
Oh.
Yeah.
What, is he wearing a purity ring?
I was going to ask, or is he wearing one of those little cages on his wiener so it can't
He's
get
not
hurt?
wearing anything. Jesus Christ.
A little chastity belt. She can have the key.
I think it's like a cage, not a belt.
Yeah,
Okay.
but isn't it called that? But it's like
I guess. I don't know.
Cage.
Okay, so so that's why he's in town. He's in town to train with Summer and Rhett, get his head, whatever.
Get his hand in the straddle or saddle.
I don't know.
Get back on that bull.
They gotta they always are like tightening it up.
Oh, yeah, it's like under.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, she's drunk and she's reading into the whole situation. He keeps saying, like, fuck, don't give any fucks. You're going to bottom out, blah, blah, blah. So she's feeling away. And she's like,
I don't give a fuck.
Well, she's like, maybe I just need more fucks. And he's like, are you propositioning me? And she's like, no, maybe.
I'm a married woman.
Check yes or no.
She's like, I don't think I've ever been properly fucked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like, you're drunk. And she's like, if you're not into me, just say so. I'm a doctor. I know how biology works. If you're not attracted to me,
I
that's
know
fine.
science, okay,
Yeah.
Theo.
I'm a
Maybe you and your
doctor.
bull didn't take as many science classes that I did.
But I know how the body works, okay?
He's looking very primal, and she's like suddenly feeling out of her league. He's too hot. He's too experienced.
He's too hot.
Yeah.
Hot. Too experienced.
He says, I would have fucked you in the back room of the gas station if you had asked me. I'm not going to pretend like I haven't been thinking about it all night either.
Aww,
he loves
so sweet.
her.
He wants to take her nice places.
He doesn't want to do anything that she would regret, though, but
Like
she's
fucking
like...
in the back of a bathroom gas station.
Yeah.
I would regret that.
Yeah. She basically is like, I highly doubt anybody has ever regretted sleeping with Theo. And she was like...
Even though she thinks he has a tiny dick. Interesting. Size doesn't matter.
Well, she's like, for science, we're going to do this. So they write up a little contract.
A contract.
On a coaster, basically saying that she's
Okay,
not...
Grey's Anatomy.
Is that what they do?
No, they get married on a Post-it.
That,
On a Post-it.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't have time to go get married. It's a whole thing, plot. And then they're like, all right. And Derek, who sucks, but this is one of his fine moments. He writes like, what are our promises to each other? And then they, make promises or whatever. And it's on a Post-it.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so they make a contract
It's a
on a
legally
coaster.
binding contract.
It's called romance, Emily.
Oh.
Basically saying that she's not drunk. She consents to having sex with him. She's of sound mind.
That's not legally binding, FYI.
And he writes on there that he won't tell anybody. It's just for the night and they'll never talk again. But he
So
does...
they wrote it all down to make sure no one found out.
No one will know.
He does write like a little clause in there that he won't promise that he won't come back around asking for another chance, though.
Okay.
So they fuck, but it doesn't
That's page 200? That took all the way to
No. We don't see it. It's very upsetting.
Fade to black?
Whoa. We had a book where it faded to black
Fade
for the
to
first
black?
sex scene and Vanessa's still in?
Oh.
Yes.
This book must be good.
Ooh.
We don't. You know what's so funny is that I had forgotten that I had to do a bonus episode.
she
And
was so upset.
I was so upset because I was reading this and I
so
had
you were ready.
literally gotten to the point of the contract and I was like, ooh, they're gonna fuck. And I was like, oh, I have to stop reading this and read something else.
It was like
no.
on a Wednesday that I said, oh, I said something about
Emily
the bonus
always
episode.
busting in on shit.
Look, I learned how to use a calendar.
Oh, Aquarius moon, shots fired everywhere.
And I was like, oh, what are you going to do for the bonus episode? And she was like, what do you mean?
Cry.
She was like, well, I was liking my book.
Well, and I was like, there's no way I could do this
As
on
the bonus.
Patreon because
Yeah.
we've already done
It's
all
too
the.
good. It's so good.
It's too
so
good.
experienced.
But they need to do a good Patreon book.
I did, and I
You
was
did a
not.
good one.
I did.
You did a good one.
I did. Well, no, I'm just saying-
Patreon.com/CoachMyPearlsPod. If you want to listen to that good bonus episode,
I mean,
as opposed to all the other ones we've done.
All the other ones, you know, you'll be like, oh my God, they're all so good.
So good.
I really liked my bonus episode, but I was ready to get back to this. But
you get back to it, and then you don't get to see the sex, and you didn't throw your Kindle and break it.
You faded to black.
I couldn't believe it. But you know, like I feel like this happens. Well, I read that book too, but I am pucking around. You don't find out about the one night stand unless you read the prequel. And so I kind of felt like it was like that.
Nah, this led you all the way up to and then slammed the door in your face.
Yeah.
It's just like, do not disturb.
That's crazy. They're building up like, how could you forget? Like, I bet a lot of people, you won't ever forget being with you. And then they're like, well, the reader will forget because you don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Elsie, wild choice.
Is it like chapter ends and then the next chapter is like the next morning?
Yes.
Does it come out later that it was kind of a like letdown?
No.
Oh.
They don't stop referencing it in the book.
Elsie.
That night.
Maybe your Kindle version had that chapter missing. Whoops.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
What did they fuck at a hotel or his house?
A gas
hotel.
station bathroom.
Oh,
They're actually both staying at the same hotel because he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't live there either.
And there's only one bed.
Ooh, adjoining rooms.
Hang on.
You ready? Oh, that is dangerous.
I don't know if you can see that on camera, but she's got her cup sitting on her chair. There is no fucking way. If Eric saw me do that, he would be so angry.
I do that at home, but my thing is a lot wider than that.
I drop everything, so he knows. Like,
But
that's
then if
not
I have it
gonna go.
like this, then my straw looks like a little wiener coming out.
No, it's great. Check out our YouTube video
She
to
likes
see
the
Emily's
chewy
little
ones.
wiener. Oh, okay. What were you saying, Vanessa?
Little ones can do a lot, Barbara.
I've heard.
They're good for your butt.
Yeah, I like it when it's floppy. I'm talking about my straw.
Vanessa, say anything.
No, I'm still let this keep going. That looks weird from here.
I'm trying to hide it, but then it just, anyways, riveting to water talk.
Water talk.
Okay. So I don't know how much time passes, but okay.
I'm listening. I have to put it
She's
down.
in. We're screaming at her about her water placement.
I tried to balance, and then I got yelled at. Aquarius moon.
Get a table like the rest of us.
I don't have one.
There's literally 400 tables around here. Okay.
Anyways,
Time
I don't
passes.
know how much time passes, but time passes. She permanently moves into Chestnut Springs. Book 3, I don't know who these.
Into his heart.
Yeah, book 3, I don't know who these people are, but Rhett's
Still not
cousin.
served papers or anything?
Yes,
working on
she's
it.
divorced.
Good.
Um,
Time passes.
yes. I don't really. It's not okay. So she's starting to feel nauseous.
She's pregnant again?
Girl.
Oh my God.
Whoever inserted your IUD is not
As
doing it
someone
well.
who's like, I know how biology works. She sure is. Like,
She's literally a doctor.
I assume you still have like rights in Chestnut Springs.
They
It's not like
were-
you're in Texas.
they
You can
use-
get birth control.
They use condoms, but they did not work.
Well, if
What?
your dick is too small and the condom's too big,
Oh, it slipped
It just
out.
went right
He's like,
over.
I need this Magnum.
Okay.
maybe he wrapped it twice. Don't do that.
They used a condom and she got pregnant? Oh, that's not good advertising for condoms, even though they're
Big
very
milk.
effective.
They're only 92% effective. Or 98?
Let's not give jump scares to the audience.
I mean, jump scare.
Anyway, she is fertile myrtle.
Well, she actually, surprisingly, when her and Rob were trying to get pregnant, it was really hard for her. And she did lots of fertility stuff. And it was hard for her. She had a miscarriage. Some other stuff happened. So she's actually kind of surprised. She's planning on keeping it because
Well, yeah.
she's been trying to get pregnant for so long. And she really just, at this point, doesn't care how or who.
Little baby bull rider.
Oh, yeah. And
So-
she's been around pukes, too, since
yeah, a
she's been
little
down.
pukey. So she's like, I'm ready. I'm a doctor. I'm used to all this nasty body stuff.
She doesn't want to tell anybody that she doesn't want to tell anybody that it's his baby right away. She wants to tell him first.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Communication.
Well, she doesn't know how to get a hold of him.
Oh, wait. Okay. Time passes. What?
I
He's
think
gone.
he,
Go to
I
the
think he
rodeo.
left.
He's on tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he
Oh.
left. They don't really say.
He's wandering around.
Yeah.
So she breaks into Summer's gym in the middle of the night to get his phone number out of the computer.
The decision making in this book is
Instead of just like asking her sister, hey.
Because then she would be like, why do you want his phone number?
Oh, because I might be pregnant with him, even though as I'm rebuilding.
She doesn't want anybody to know.
Because we fucked. And I just want to talk to him.
She doesn't want anybody to know. It's a book.
It's a book, babes.
It's a book, babes.
I have to remember.
Oh, right.
So
it's a book.
she calls him. He doesn't answer. She leaves voicemails. He doesn't return her phone calls. She texts him. He doesn't respond. She's like checking him.
Is he dead?
Well, she thinks that.
Ooh.
But she
Is he
goes.
with Summer's husband?
I don't know.
They're not on tour together?
See, this is also okay. I'm gonna get there.
This is gonna ruin the tour.
She checks.
This is really going to ruin the tour.
She checks the bull riding website, the rodeo website, and he's
There.
he's
Alive.
Yeah, she's watching him on TV or on the computer or
Weekend
whatever.
at Bernie's strapping him to a bull.
checking
He's
the,
really holding her on.
checking the scores and stuff. So she's like, "What the fuck?"
So he's doing really well.
She texts him one more time and she's like, "We need to talk." He finally responds. He's like, "I'm not interested in talking." And she was like, "Well, I just wanted you to know that I'm pregnant and
I
it's
hate
yours."
this guy.
Wow.
And he's like,
I hate this guy.
He's like, I was trying to focus on the bull. Was that his excuse?
I don't want to talk.
No, he goes, "Thanks for letting me know." And then just nothing.
He doesn't have his phone. It's someone else has his phone.
There's
no way.
18 months
18 months later.
later.
I'm kicking everything.
What the? I'm about to. I know this soundboard doesn't let us spike our mics, but I'm about to like ruin. What the fuck do you mean?
18
What do you mean?
Time passes.
What do you mean? Was it him?
Okay,
Was
so
the
now
phone actually him?
So the baby's born.
I don't want to
The
talk.
baby's 9 months old by this point.
Dang, that baby's supporting itself on the hip.
Boy
it
or
is a
girl?
full ass baby. Oh,
It's a little girl.
Little girl
Baby
named
girl.
Pukey.
Vivian.
Vivian.
But they call her Vivi.
that was if I were to ever have children, that was one of the names I'd want.
really
That's
cute.
cute. I like that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Vanessa.
Yeah, I know. I know. Bear
Theo,
with me.
Dead.
Bear with me.
I'm trying, but it's not
We
working.
were told that we were going to slip out of here. We have our sleeping bag ready to sop us up, and I am not wet.
Well,
Look what you did.
explain yourself.
Okay.
18 months later.
The baby's born. No Theo. She tells
Does
everybody.
anybody know it's Theo's baby?
She tells everybody it was a
Cool.
one-night stand with somebody that she didn't know.
Some
Chestnut
bull.
Springs has like 5 people that live there. Like,
6.
and they're all in the same
well,
family.
4 now. They're wandering around. Well, no, yeah, back up to 5 because the baby.
Because now there's a baby.
And Willa's pregnant right now.
All right.
But at this point, she's already had the baby.
All right.
But now Willa's pregnant because Willa got pregnant at the end of the book.
Is she with
Willa got pregnant at the end of the book, so she was pregnant when when Winter moved to town. But by now, she's already had the baby, obviously, because
Willa
Winter's had her baby.
the nanny turned mom,
With
or
Pete.
is she
Willa
the
is
rep?
Summer's best friend that married Cade.
With pukes.
Cade, yeah,
with
little
Lukey
pukey kid.
Pukey.
So in the time that has passed is when Willa got
Everybody's
with
having kids.
Lukey Pukey. That in the universe
No.
of time, she's pregnant in that time.
This book starts and Willa is pregnant.
They jump timelines.
right.
I know about quantum physics.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
what.
a doctor.
So by now, Willa's obviously had her baby.
All right,
Oh,
all right,
she's
all right,
had
all right.
her baby.
Where
Yes.
the fuck is Theo?
Okay, so
Did he have a concussion, brain damage, amnesia?
Maybe.
she's having her first night out from the baby.
Thanks for
and
letting me know.
the Okay, just
Is it Rob? What the fuck? Okay.
Pause.
I can't. Okay.
I'm
This is
getting
why I can't
there.
read because I can't just flip
I'm getting
through.
there. I'm getting there.
Okay. I'm gonna listen.
So first night out from the baby, Rhett is having like a not competition rodeo event, and Theo is there writing a demo for fun, like just for
just
people to
having
watch.
fun.
Yeah, he gets hurt.
Good.
Oh.
He gets thrown off the bull. Winter runs out there. He's broken his collarbone.
Why?
Why?
Because she's a doctor.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. But also,
Baby and the baby Bjorn.
I'm off
The
duty.
baby's with Harvey. She's having a night out. She's getting drunk with Willa and Summer.
Who's Harvey?
The dad.
Oh.
Rhett's dad. The old
Sam
guy.
Elliott.
Earlier when she said Harvey, I went, huh? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sam Elliott.
So she knows I'm gonna go see the man who's the
She
father.
didn't know he was going to be there. She
I would-
shows
the way I would be stalking if I had someone's baby.
Well, he doesn't even answer his phone. How are
Well,
you
it
going to
doesn't matter anyway. She's been raising a baby.
It's true. I don't know. I can't. I'm.
I mean,
upset.
yeah, I would be stalking the fuck out of him. So.
Imagine you're
real.
the best friend and you're not like, I'm finding him. I'm killing him.
Right.
Yeah. Well, she
Right.
thinks it's a stranger.
You're not even telling your best friend? Girl, you
She
need
doesn't
to
have any friends. She's cold. She's Elsa.
This is
Let it go.
okay. So this is where is annoying to me about men is that
This is where.
that they don't gossip.
No.
It's intel. Stop thinking of it as like a pastime and start thinking of it as like intel for missions.
Yeah.
How did Rhett never say, "Oh, Winter's having a baby. Winter had a baby."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Men are useless.
Yeah, just even looking at his phone going, oh, I mean, because now our winter and summer buddies now,
Yeah.
they're tight.
They're
Yeah.
bros.
That's like
Yeah,
anti
Actually, the Theo not being around probably helped Summer and Winter become closer because she didn't have anybody there to like spend time with her during the birth and the pregnancy.
Why
Okay.
was he not around?
Okay.
I know there's a reason. You're on thin ice.
Okay, so she
fingers
rushes
stinging.
out to help him. They're in the
And then,
ambulance.
oh my God, his neck is broken.
He
shit.
wakes up and he's like, he's trying to talk to her, but she's ignoring him.
Good.
And he's like, "Why are you ignoring me?" And she's like, "Are you serious?"
Thanks for letting me know.
He tries to like tease her about that night.
She pulled the wrong number from the.
Like, how many times
Thing, I
did I
bet.
make you come? And she's like, whatever. And he's like, oh, she's like really upset. So okay, this is really funny.
Was it the wrong number?
You
Okay.
brought up Grey's Anatomy earlier because she asked him how many concussions he had. And he said, "Are you going to make sure they do a CT so I don't end up like McDreamy?"
Wow.
He watches
Burr
this
holes.
show
Does he die?
with his mom. Yeah.
From a concussion?
Like a brain
yeah,
bleed?
he gets in an accident and then they
don't do a
they
CT.
don't do a CT to see if his brain is swelling. And because they fix, like a lot of things are wrong with him. So they focus on something else, but the priority was his brain and they didn't think about it. So burr holes with like the pressure for your brain swelling would have saved him. And it's like entry level basic shit.
Yeah.
So he went to a bad hospital. And the irony is he's a brain surgeon. And the good news is he's dead.
Rip.
Yeah. So he says,
Team Truck.
He says they got married on a Post-it. And she goes, and we made a sex contract on a coaster. We're not the same. I'm not Meredith, and you're not
you
McDreamy.
We're not the
it.
same.
I know.
Oh my
You knew
Which?
it.
Oh my God. Where was he?
So the doctor.
Does he have enough concussions to like just
When they're in the hospital, she's obviously giving hell to the doctors and the nurses because this is where she works. But she's on maternity leave, so she's not actually working at the hospital. But whenever the doctors
generous
are
maternity leave.
damn.
I know, a whole year.
Chestnut Springs. Wow.
What's up?
That's a really
Oh, it's
generous
Canada.
maternity leave.
Canada.
Never mind. Here it's like it's been 9 hours. Where the fuck are you?
Are you gonna take the whole time off?
So you got this next shift, or you're already here?
You're already here.
Okay.
Okay, so the doctor keeps calling Winter by her first name, and Theo corrects him. He's like, isn't she a doctor at this hospital?
So he doesn't have amnesia. All right.
He's like, you should be addressing her as Dr. Hamilton. I thought that was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nice.
Respect.
And then he says, the doctor goes, well, you can take over since you're coming back from maternity leave tomorrow.
HIPAA.
So
No, I'm just kidding.
Theo is disappointed.
Because he's like, oh,
He
she did
was
have
down
the
with
kid.
someone.
He was hoping, that when the dust had settled for both of them, that they could maybe
The dust from the bull. Sorry, continue.
they could give it another shot, but obviously that ship has sailed because
Try to have another kid. Yeah.
she's moved on with somebody else.
Mm.
So
Vivian.
he doesn't know.
Yes,
Whose phone
I
was
think
it?
she got the wrong number.
So a week later, she's woken up by a dog yapping outside of her door. And
What kind of dog?
Oh, yeah.
It's a Chihuahua.
Okay.
She goes outside and it's Theo's dog. He's moving in next door.
It's Glenn Powell and Brisket.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, is that his name? Brisket?
Yeah.
You would know.
Yeah, he is kind of a Glenn Powell. I'm surprised we got burnt out on him, but he's come kind of back in. Also,
Well,
did
I'm
we
mad at
cast
him,
him
so
as
that
every other
fits.
brother in this book too?
The lips took me out.
That's true. Theo James has good, juicy lips.
Yeah. Okay, so they have words.
Whose fucking phone was it?
Theo finally asks about Winter to Rhett. He does the math. He realizes,
He may not know about anatomy, but he knows about math.
yeah. He's comes over, sits on her porch, and it's like raining.
What's the say anything?
Oh yeah,
Playing the song and
He doesn't want to knock on the door because she looks so tired when
so you're just gonna haunt her porch.
basically he just like sits outside. He just
these
doesn't
are
know what to
country
do.
rules. You just show up.
She
and-
knows he's out there, so he comes outside and he's like, I need you to tell me the truth.
I did. Don't imply that
And-
I'm fucking lying to you.
He doesn't know. He didn't get the text.
Whose number was it?
So
Some randoms?
he gave, because he was swearing off like partying and women and stuff, he gave his phone to his agent.
So his agent was like, he doesn't need this distraction.
Isn't his agent?
It's not
Winter's
Kip. It's like
oh.
one of his...
Kip.
No, that's his name. Sorry. That's the
Dad.
dad's name.
The
Summer and
dad.
Winter's dad's name is Kip.
Okay.
It was one of his like peons. His name was Jeff with a G.
G-Jeff?
G Jeff.
That sounds about right. We're like, thanks, let me know.
Gee, Jeff, goddammit.
I'll let him know.
So he basically gave him the phone and was like, handle my
G-Jeff.
social medias.
Jeffy.
Jeffy, you
Jeffy.
motherfucker.
You
If
rascal.
anything important comes up, let me know.
Violation of contract.
Basically, 100%.
Wow.
Okay, so skip to the, it's your baby.
So Theo's having a straight up panic attack.
I mean, that makes
he is
Like he thinks
literally.
you thought I didn't want anything to do with this. I missed out on this time.
Yeah.
Does the miscommunication continue, or is he like, I never knew?
No, he tells her
right,
immediately.
at least there's
he tells her immediately about why he didn't get the text message.
Good
Like
boy.
I have no idea what I thought you didn't want to talk to me. I
Yeah.
thought we did our contract.
The way that he's looking right now, she knows for a fact that he did not get that text
Right.
message.
She's a doctor.
back
She knows.
in.
Yeah, she's literally like talking him through a panic attack. Like the look on his face, he literally looks like heartbroken. He has a daughter. He's like, I have a daughter and I missed everything.
Time to have another one.
So he
Try again.
he's like, I want to see her right now. So he goes in there and he touches her cheek and he immediately runs to the restroom and just starts throwing up. He's
Oh.
just like a bundle of nerves.
I'm back in.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves her.
Oh, little Theo Pukey.
He does make a joke. He was like, I really hope you didn't name her Autumn.
Oh, that's good. Good. I appreciate it. She's like, well, it's a middle name.
It's a
but-
dangerous game.
Then he asked her about like how her labor was, and she's
was great.
immediately shocked that he's even asking about like her and not the baby.
Yeah, that's a nice.
You know what I
That's a
mean?
nice move.
Um,
For all you out there who find out randomly that you have a 9-month-old baby,
ask about the labor.
Yeah. Ask how she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he would have been there for every step, but he's here now. No expectations from her. He just wants to help. She cries, which she never does, but she cries a lot.
I would
Well,
too.
Yeah. She shows up the next morning with coffee and she's like, I could cry. Just the like one nice thing
Yeah.
is just gonna set her over the edge. I feel like also because like her mom is not very loving.
Yeah.
Right.
Mom for a doctor.
She's never been taken
a
care
doctor
of.
for a mom. Yeah, definitely not. I think her dad was the more loving one, but that was Summer's parent. You know what I mean? When he brings her the coffee, he's like, I didn't know what you liked. He's like, the only thing I know that you like is tequila and doggy style. So I got you an Americano.
Oh my God.
Tequila and doggy style means Americano.
Yeah. It's like
I'm not a coffee drinker, but wow, I'm learning a lot. Okay.
I think he's just saying like, I didn't know what to get
Yeah.
you. So I just got you something safe.
Yeah.
like I don't know much. Yeah.
Yeah. That's literally all he knows about her.
Well, also she's a mom.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. The sight of him holding the baby is doing
spanking.
something to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
He offers to watch the baby while, because she says something about like, I don't even have time to bathe myself. I don't have
Right.
time to get a manicure. I don't have time to do anything.
She's a new mommy.
Yeah. So he offers to watch the baby while she takes a bath, and he suggests that maybe she watch some porn.
Oh, okay.
I know.
This is a lot of sexualizing a lot of moments that don't need to be like.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's just
graphic.
saying
It's already
like,
intimate.
relaxed.
Yeah, like that is like
That's immature.
turned on enough. But then when you go and watch porn, you're like, ew.
Where's
No.
my hug? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're back in that territory.
Well, she does watch porn.
Okay, so they're
Oh.
compatible.
Okay.
All right.
But this is like,
All
I like
right.
it.
Make
He
time for your
does-
needs.
She is weirded out, obviously, because no one is showing up to offer to help her. You know what I mean? But he basically kind of feels the vibe, and he's like, if this is too much and this is like too demanding and you feel like I'm barging in, like I can leave. She cries. No one ever prioritizes her.
She cries again.
Okay.
While watching porn.
All right.
She knows that he didn't sign up for this, but she doesn't have any regrets because she wanted a baby. But he's he's like, no, I wanted this. And she was like, well, I'm sure you wanted a baby, but not right now. And he was like, no, I want this and I want it with you.
He's in.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's in.
Yeah.
They didn't have a baby clause on their coaster, so.
Yeah.
Found a
All right,
workaround.
so do we get to see them fuck
Not right away.
ever? Something?
No, they do.
Okay.
They do.
All right.
A girl shows up at the house looking for him and he kind of blows her off in front of Winter. And so she's like, he's basically saying like, I'm with someone. I'm not with somebody, but I'm in the middle of something and I want this. So no to now and no to the future.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Even though she heard that, she's still kind of annoyed. She's like, don't be bringing hoes around my baby. And she's like basically thinking like in the future, he's going to move on with somebody and we are going to have to share him with another woman and maybe like more kids. But he basically just says that there is no one else. And whenever you're ready for that next step, like I want you basically.
Yeah.
She tells him like, don't feel obligated because I'm the mom. But he's like, for the last year, all I can do is think about that night. And you have me walking around like this. And he like puts her hand on and he's got a big old boner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
His tiny dick is real erect.
They're
It's
going
grown.
to the ranch to tell everybody basically. Because they're going to have to tell people that he's the dad. Everybody kind of knows something's going on though. Because he's like all over the baby. Like won't stop holding her. Won't stop fussing over her. And they're like talking about Theo's mom coming to visit. And Harvey's like, yeah, I can't wait to meet her. I'm sure she's really looking forward to hanging out with her new grandbaby too.
Like he knew?
He knew.
That he clocked. That's what it's Sam
He
Elliott.
knew
He
or
knows.
he's psychic?
I think he knew, especially
Daddy
when they
always
shows
knows.
up. It's funny because
Ma'am.
everybody's like, oh, that's so weird. I thought you guys just had that one fight. And he was like, yeah, haven't you ever seen two cats go at it? And he was like, and then it's kittens everywhere.
Oh my God.
This man is trying to make me stay out. I don't know. Okay. All right. Yeah. Kittens everywhere.
Him and Rhett kind of have like a weird interaction.
Ooh.
He kind of snaps at Winter, like, why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you tell Theo?
Valid.
Obviously, he doesn't. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird, but it's like she thought that he was saying like, I don't care. So she's like, I
Did
don't
she
want.
explain the text message
She
situation?
doesn't ever tell anybody. I'm sure she ends up telling the girls later. But Theo basically says, watch your fucking tone when you're talking to the mother of my child.
I like that.
Yeah.
I do love that, but also follow it up with she thought she reached out to me. It's weird
Yeah.
that you're not just you've announced the biggest secret. Why
Yeah.
not just explain the context
I
so
think
no one
he
looks like an
does
asshole?
later.
Yeah. Men aren't good at gossip.
They're
You
not
know,
good at gossip.
Women would lead with the details.
With
Yeah.
intel.
Yeah.
So she basically is like stoked that he's sticking up for her. After that, he's like all up in her house. He's cooking, he's cleaning, he's taking care of the baby. He makes her an appointment for a manicure and a massage, sets her up for lunch with her friend. It's just all really, really sweet. But she does, I'm going to read
They're still not
this.
fucking or talking or kissing.
No. They do have like a little moment. He comes over in the middle of the night and they're about to get all hot and heavy, but he leaves. And I think he's just doesn't want to be like another person, like expecting something from her, especially because of like the situation that they're in right now. But he ends up training her at the gym and he doesn't want her like training with anybody else. So he offers to like train her. He's basically saying like, you have no clue how hard I'm trying not to be another person that needs something from you. Your well-being has become my priority. And she's like, why? And he's like, why do I adore you? And he's like, I'm trying to be patient with you. But basically he ends up going down on her at the gym.
Oh.
It's empty. It's closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's fine.
But he does tell her, this is when he's about to go down on her, he tells her that he hasn't been with anybody since that night.
Right.
So
Just
it's
the
been,
bulls.
yeah. And then
Wait, it's in 18 months? So what's that girl that was barking up his tree?
she just was like an old fling that
like,
came
oh, you're
by.
back in town?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is where we find out that Winter had never had an orgasm before that night with Theo.
Well, yeah, because she was with an abuser.
Never had an orgasm with another person or never had an orgasm.
Another person.
Okay. Those very different things. But
yes.
yeah.
He basically tells her, though, this is not going to happen again. If this is something that you want, if you want to be with me, if you want to have sex, then you're going to have to beg for it.
So he's like teasing her, like, I want all of you, not just...
Yes, because she's basically like, why aren't you trying to fuck me? But he's like, you're not interested in...
You're not ready.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
Right.
Of course,
So how do they get ready?
She takes that as miscommunication, but his mom ended up coming in town. She tells her that night that they met, he called her and told her that he had met the woman that he thought he was going to marry. And it definitely like changes.
He never reached out to her either. Like,
well, he did. He does tell her that he had her phone number and that he was like waiting until
he found out he had a kid
2 years later.
Yeah.
Well, until he'd like grown up and she was getting a divorce. I think it's just all that miscommunication.
He's just waiting
bullshit.
and focusing on the bowl and just like we had to have the like timeline. Don't worry about the details because the big reveal is you've got a baby.
Da, da, da.
All right. So they're working it out. They're in the gym.
Yeah. So
Mom comes in town. She's like, oh, you're the one.
Summer and Rhett's wedding comes up and she's like, I'll take care of the baby. Let your hair down. They kind of end up having a fight and she runs off and they finally fuck in the bathroom.
Nice.
At the
As
wedding.
promised, a bathroom scene.
At the gas station.
Yeah.
Is that what we're reading?
No.
Okay.
She basically
Like,
is
she's teasing
like...
us. She's fading to black.
She's fade to black.
For us.
Once again, fade to black.
She does basically, he's like, I feel like I'm giving you so much and I'm not getting anything back. And she's like, it's because I want to be with you, but I'm terrified. And he's
Hey
like,
man, you were gone for 18 months, so let me have a fucking minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, he's like, that's all you had to say. And then they kiss. But she's kind of like, I don't want any of these pity orgasms like at the gym. She's like, I want you to fuck me like you did that night. You're being way too respectful towards me. And I want you to be unhinged.
Ooh.
Disrespect me.
Go
Just
feral.
Just for tonight, though.
Just for like, you know, consent is consent in context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, bring me coffee in the morning.
He's like,
still call me
"Oh,
Dr. Hamilton in the morning.
Yeah.
you'd like to be my pretty little slut tonight."
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
She goes down on him and he goes down on her and then they fuck.
Okay. Yep.
So they
Bathroom.
run into her dad at the wedding.
Fucking all these relatives everywhere. Okay.
Theo, he's like, don't you have some explaining to do to me and about the baby? And he's like, don't ever refer to your granddaughter as the baby.
Ooh.
Which is fucked up that neither her mom or her dad had met the baby before. But his mom's already come in town and is like taking care of her and stuff.
She doesn't have a good relationship with
Yeah.
her family.
Okay.
He's like, oh, and second, I'll be in your office on Monday and bring Jeff. I don't want to fire you at your daughter's wedding.
Gee, Jeff.
Right.
Gee, Jeff.
Jeffy.
Your husband.
My husband, Jeffy.
Jeff, oh no.
She asked him.
Oh, you're in so much trouble.
She asked him to move in when they get home.
He
Yeah.
should be
Yeah.
already living there. They
Yeah,
have
he
a baby
basically is.
together.
He's telling her to watch porn in the
but now
bath.
she wants to be with him, and
Okay.
she's admitting it.
We did it.
Yeah.
Woo.
So they go out on a date. He takes her to dancing, whatever. And
They
this
go to a
is-
gas station.
This is where we're reading.
Oh, okay.
Dancing. Dancing with his
After
dick.
dancing.
Two-stepping
Two-stepping into her.
into her heart. Okay.
Okay.
You're ready. Page 344 of 444.
Thank you. Wait.
75%.
The number of pages is 444?
Mhm.
Okay, I like that.
444. There's no way I'm going to make it home without getting inside you first. This dress has been making me hard all night. You told me to wear something slutty. I giggled against his lips, going back in for more. But this is a busy parking lot. And his mouth drags down the side of my neck towards the line of my jaw while his hands travel under the loose baby doll dress I chose for tonight. That's not quite wedding apparent.
This isn't at the wedding.
This is the first date at the gas station.
Oh.
They're in a busy parking lot. Are they
Outside
on a
of the
horse?
bar.
They're on a horse.
They're in a truck.
Oh,
they're in a
right. So they
truck.
went two-stepping.
Are they in the bed of the truck?
Oh.
No, they're in the passenger seat.
Passenger seat. Oh my God, Casual by Chapel Roan.
Ah.
I
Someone
don't think
could
he eats her out, though.
Someone could see us. His hand tugs my panties to the side, stroking me, and I'm already wet.
Oh my God.
Good. Haven't you figured out I have a thing for that? Go ahead, get loud. His mouth works across my collarbones.
Get loud makes me remember we went to the minor league baseball game.
Get loud. Well, how does it go?
I think it just goes like, get loud, get loud.
You're all just supposed to scream.
I
I thought there was a song. Everybody get loud.
Oh, there's a clapping one. That
Oh, yeah, that's true. Sports.
His mouth works across my collarbones. I hope someone sees you riding my cock, screaming my name. I hope they tell everyone. Print it in whatever shitty little newspaper they have in this town. Take out a roadside billboard. I huff out a laugh as he tugs down one strap and pulls my nipple into his mouth. Licking and circling. You know that nip is a breastfeeding nip too. It is poking out.
My God.
It's extreme.
It's a breast. It is not like a tit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she's still lactating? Ooh,
Let's see. Yeah, she is, actually. But he doesn't say anything about it, but I know that
I was like, stop reading.
she breastfeeds the baby later, so I know that she is.
Okay.
It doesn't come up, though. Jesus Christ.
That's how he's just
you
touching
look like
it.
your daddy right now. My hips rock when he bites the sensitive peak before pulling the opposite strap
It's
down.
a breastfeeding nipple. Stop biting it. It's fucking sensitive.
She's very tender.
Get the lanolin.
She's trying to wean. Pulling the opposite strap down to give both sides equal attention. Dump him out. He leans back to admire me, breasts bare and heaving. So fucking pretty. Suddenly, the need to feel him inside me is overwhelming. My hands are at his jeans, his belt. He's lifting his hips. I'm tugging them down. He's fisting his length and running the thick head of it through my wet core.
You didn't like that? Would you prefer entrance?
I think it's the fisting his length.
Wet core. Oh, it's the fisting.
It's the
No, he's jerking it.
I know, but
he's
it's something
gripping
about,
it.
Why
I
are
think
you...
gripping his length is better than fisting it.
There you go.
Thank you. I'm impatient though.
Why are you pulling it like this?
It's the length of it.
Oh, good video game.
No, like
Joystick.
up and down.
I know that, but
She knows that. She's not an idiot. He's notched inside me. My head falls
I
back.
just pictured one of those like sounds when it's
like on a roller coaster.
he's got a Jacob's ladder.
Oh,
Oh my God.
yes, I breathe so fucking tight. She had a C-section. He doesn't move, but he groans. I move down another inch and his hands grip my ass. A little tremor moves through them and as he caresses me. You're trying to kill me, Tink?
Forgot about it. I don't like it. Because in Desperate Measures, she's the
Yeah.
doing the clothes and all right. Yeah, it's Tinkerbell.
She's just
Wumpy.
She's just a fiery little sprite.
She's just blonde.
She's just blonde, and it was
She
a
is.
perfect bun. No one has ever made me feel so good.
So
Like I don't need changing or fixing. Like I don't need saving. Everything is so rushed with us sometimes. I just want to savor you for a minute.
is she saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I picture him like, so we fucking or what?
I
So
think
does it feel good?
she's just letting it soak.
She's crying again.
She's so cute. She's pumping. She's like, hold on.
She knows about anatomy.
He groans into my mouth when he's like, God. When I finally drop onto his full length, I feel him swell inside me, filling every bit of space like he was made for me. Have you figured out how to make yourself come since that night? Yes.
Yep.
Show me. Show me. He gathers the skirt of my dress and bunches it at my hips. Lean back, play with your pussy, and come on my cock. I want to watch you again.
Vanessa's trying to meet my eyes.
She's like, I just want to look at you.
I'm just checking in on you.
Just
checking.
My entire body flushes with heat, and I don't hesitate. The glove compartment isn't far behind me, and I straighten until I feel it cool and smooth against my back.
What are you getting out of the glove compartment?
No,
I think
she's
she's just
leaning
leaning against
back.
it.
Sure.
It's like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Sure.
it's a
Why are you
detail.
making that face?
I
Not you, her.
I I just don't know.
It's just weird to suddenly be like, yeah, the glove compartment.
Like I can feel.
She's just saying
like,
I'm leaning back until I feel the glove compartment.
The glove compartment's also usually down low. I don't know how it's built on a truck.
I don't know which
the make
truck
and
this
model.
is.
God,
Sorry.
just keep
But
reading.
also, like, how far back is the seat that you're like?
Well, she's sitting on top of him, and she's got her back to the window.
He's so big.
What angle are you at that you're
He's
like?
laying back.
So they're like up against the glove compartment.
She leans back to the glove compartment.
No. He's against the seat.
We need Barbies in a truck. We need Barbies and my Barbie mower. My Barbie
They're
mower.
like this.
Get the wrestling figures in a truck.
Straddling him
We
in
need
the
a Barbie
seat.
Jeep.
Oh my God. She's straddling him in the seat like this, And then he's like, let me see. And then she backs up.
She backs it up.
Oh, she shows him her puss.
Yeah, she leans back. So her back is on. Oh my fucking God.
He feels even thicker.
Oh my God.
Inside me,
Fucking
stretching me to my limits. And she had a baby blast through there. But she's like, oof.
I thought you said she had a C-section.
Who can
Maybe.
say?
Who knows? So
That
you know
baby
what?
was blasting around.
That baby may have blasted through, but female anatomy has an amazing way of recovering, and she's probably still tight as hell because
She knows about
women
anatomy.
are magical creatures.
You do a couple of those kegels,
Kegels.
doing a keg stand.
Kegel?
A rush of wetness seeps from me, and I drop my hand down, spreading it on us. She squirt?
I don't know if she squirted, but
Maybe she's lactating.
juice came out.
It's all over his abs.
Juicing. I trace a finger over where my skin meets his, soft and hard. His hips move, and I feel him. I feel myself. The way we fit. Fuck, Winter. You have no idea what you do to me. I move my fingers over the base of his shaft while he fucks me slow and shallow. It's hot. It's unhurried. I feel like I'm allowed to explore him, explore us. I slide my fingers up to my clit and press hard, chin tipped down, while I watch Theo's hips flex as he slides himself in and out of me. I can't look away. It's ... Fucking hot watching him push into my body. Without shame. Without shame, I rub my clit in firm circles using one finger, then two, then back and forth more rapidly. You like the way you look taking a cock, Winter? I don't even glance at him, still watching his veined length thrusting.
Don't talk, Theo.
Theo, I'm practicing,
I'm
okay?
close. I'm concentrating. Do not interrupt.
I'm not used to doing this with someone else, okay?
The glove
Please.
compartment keeps hitting me.
The like extra
just
like
opens.
straws and like napkins in there.
It's not open.
Flashlight rolling it.
I like the way I look taking your cock. His hips buck and he hits me deep, shoving me back against the dash. There's also a
She's like up in
one hand in my inner thigh presses me open wider while the other grips my hip hard. Good, because it's the only cock you're ever gonna take.
Hey, Vanessa, why is Emily feeling herself up right now?
No, I was
Literally cupping her titty.
just
Don't.
I was
YouTube
more putting
done.
myself. I was resting on my tummy rolls. I was like tucking in.
She's lactating.
I'm just like squeezing. Then we both lose it. We're a tangle of limbs, curse words, moans, whispered names, and jerky movements. It all feels like the perfect symphony, the perfect crescendo. Sweet meets filthy, slow meets hard. His mouth slants over mine, and he whispers, I hope you're on birth control this time because you're going to be dripping my cum the entire way home.
Little fucking late for that, idiot.
Whew. She's like, look, they're obviously not using condoms because she's like, they don't work.
Why bother?
And then, yeah, he's already filled
Well,
it
I
up.
do know that if you do it in a car, you can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
All right.
Just in case.
Is that what Chapel Run was talking about? That's all it takes. His words, his cock, my fingers, we explode together.
one glove compartment?
She never confirmed if she was on birth control. A flash of light, a rush of heat, tremors and sweat and heavy breathing. I feel my body clamp down hard on him. I feel him pulse inside me.
Just pulling that sperm
Just,
right to my egg.
Just like, my body tingles in parts I've never even noticed.
Some doctor.
Was she on birth control?
I don't know.
Did she get pregnant again?
Yeah.
She
I don't know
does?
if this is why.
I think the sex.
God damn.
No, I just
I
mean
think the
Canadian
raw doggy
doctors.
sex.
They might have something to do with
if
it.
this particular moment
It might
is
have
the
been the
time. But in the
other
epilogue,
time.
she does get pregnant again.
Because she never says, yeah, I'm on birth control, blow a load, or no, I'm not, blow a load all over me.
Houston, we have a problem. We got to stop at
She
the
doesn't
pharmacy.
say anything.
She wants another baby. She's like, you're going to be there for this birth.
Vivian and Victor.
Oh.
Ew.
Maybe that's another girl and it's a Vanessa.
So they're in love. They work it out.
They
We're
have
2
another
hours
baby.
into this episode.
It's an hour and 15.
Exactly.
Exactly. Because we still need to know what else happens.
I know. I'm sorry. I really like this book.
I know you
enjoy-
do.
I
We
had a
love
good
it.
time.
We're
Yeah.
in.
Oh,
This
shots
book actually
fired.
had a lot of stuff happen,
It
too.
made Emily lactate. Stop. Well, YouTube is...
I just have to,
Earlier when I was talking about his tiny dick in her asshole, which I felt very embarrassed to say, now for the second time. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
YouTube wasn't going to give us anything anyway.
So, Rob shows up at the house.
Fucking Rob. And he tries to murder
Why
someone.
is he always there? Get
Well, what's
fucking
funny
dead.
Rob, you
is
don't even
that
live here.
when Theo was
You didn't
cleaning,
even go here.
You don't even go to this school. You don't go to Chestnut Springs.
when Theo was cleaning her house, he found a bunch of letters from Rob. He's been sending her itemized bills for things that he wants her to pay for.
They're divorced.
Yeah, and
Read the decree, dickhead.
it's literally just a tactic. It's the same thing he was doing to Summer, where he was just like always infiltrating her life every couple of weeks just to
Yeah.
stay in her
Abusers
life.
do that.
Guys like that don't treat you
Totally.
well, but as soon as you start leaving is when they suddenly start.
Yeah,
Constant attention.
You're not interested? Cool. I'm gonna
My
ramp
shitty
it up.
ex, fun fact, when I started dating a new guy, there was one night he called me over 80 times in a row.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that the one that died in the ditch?
Yeah, he's dead.
Nice.
It's funny because when Rob shows up, he's like, I'm looking for my wife. And Theo's like, there's no married women here. Weird.
I love him.
Weird. Just me and my baby.
Also,
and my girl.
you signed paperwork.
Yeah.
You went through mediation.
Yeah.
Like it's
Well,
a
let me see
fucking
your
thing.
Post-it.
Yeah.
He basically tells him like to fuck off. You're only helping us with a restraining order. Don't come around here. And he's like, enjoy my leftovers. And
He's like,
says,
I eat it every fucking night.
he's like,
Yeah.
and
basically
at the gym.
She's lactating everywhere, bro.
He's like, winter's nobody's leftovers, and I've been fucking her before your ink was dry on your divorce papers.
Ooh.
This is where like our third act break comes up.
Okay.
It's really not even a breakup though, but
Everything she hates about books, she's into with this book.
This
so
book
like
does
I
have it
have
all.
full
But it
faith,
doesn't
but it has a
have-
fade to black,
know.
huge amounts of miscommunication, a third act breakup.
And they still had her kicking her little feet.
She's in.
okay, but Rob
Dies.
that statement about sleeping with him before they were divorced incites him to sue Winter for paternity.
Oh, that he might be daddy.
Yes, even though she's like, there's no fucking way. As soon as I found out about
That's not what it's
Summer
about for
and
him.
Rob, yeah, as
My
soon as
shitty
I-
ex didn't call me thinking I would answer. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
As soon as she found out about Summer and Rob, Summer and Rob, she never slept with him again. And then she had a miscarriage, so she's like, it's definitely
So
not.
Rob continues to be a little shit.
Yeah.
Okay. And this somehow breaks up Theo and Winter?
Well, she's like, this isn't your fight. I'll deal with this. And so he's kind of like, this is my child. We're together.
This guy's claiming paternity over my child.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to take
This
Theo-
isn't your fight.
Well,
it is.
Theo-
And he's a man, too.
He's on the road right now, too.
Oh, he's on the bull.
Yeah. And so she's like, don't come home for
Focus
this.
on the ball.
Yes.
Get those 8
He's
seconds.
trying to win the championship,
I see.
but
Okay.
he's seeing it like,
You don't want me to be-
need me.
I don't want you. I don't need
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Miscommunication?
Then he says, is the baby mine?
No.
He's never even questioned it.
It was
for
Jeff on his phone again.
Jeffy's like, is it mine?
Is the baby mine? You idiot.
She's like, I guess we'll find out. And she hangs up on him.
Oh, because she took that as like, you're calling me a
he
slut.
knew they were already going to do a paternity test. Just wait, bro. This is why men
Yeah.
need to be better at intel and gossip.
She ends up flying to Billings, Montana, which is where the rodeo is.
she bring the baby?
She brings the baby.
First
she brings
flight,
his
wow.
dog.
Oh, yeah,
And
brisket.
Oh, yeah.
His name's
He's yapping.
Peter.
Peter.
He adopted him he found him on the streets of Mexico.
He
The
calls her
dog-
Tink, and he has a dog named Peter.
Yes.
Peter. I hate that. I didn't make
fuck?
that.
The
Name her Nana.
dog, the dog is like a fourth character in this book. It's
I'm in.
so fucking
I do like
funny.
that. I do like that. Okay.
He basically compares Summer or Winter and the dog, like basically saying like they're the same. They're both super grouchy. They don't listen. He's like, I'm thinking I need to take both of you to the vet to get your hearing checked. It's really cute. But
Highly
anyways,
suspicious. Okay.
so she basically stays with him on the road. They come home they work things out. So it's really not even a
She
breakup.
brings the paternity test.
It's just an argument.
They come home to the paternity test. She's like, here's 2 letters. They're both for you. I don't even need to look at the paternity results because I know. So he's Vivi's.
You are the father.
Yes.
How do they bridge during the time that they're on the road hanging out with the bull?
Nothing really. They just come home.
They just don't talk about it.
No, I mean, they do.
He says, am I the father? And then she's like, I guess we'll see. Flies to meet him. And they're like, okay,
Well,
Yeah, but
road
that sounds like
tripping
something
together.
where it'd be like, we'll fucking deal with that later. I know this is your fucking baby. I'm coming out to meet you on tour. We're going to party. Not party, but like we're going to hang out. Then I'll come home.
she tries calling him. He doesn't answer because his phone's off. And
that's why she flew out there.
She flies out there and
Oh.
she's like, we're going to talk about this. I don't want this to come between us.
They
so
had a
she's
good
like,
talk.
it is your baby.
Yes.
And he's like, I totally believe you. And I'm so excited to see that paperwork.
Yes. He comes home. He sees the paperwork. He's the dad. She also had a second letter for him. She had his name put on the birth certificate and changed Vivi's last name to Silva. Yeah.
Aw.
So yeah, this also makes Summer and Winter decide to report Rob to the medical board.
Wow.
They write up statements about his grooming and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rob sucks.
They go
He's
over
dead in a
there.
ditch.
They
Rip.
go over there and basically tell him as much, and they give him a copy of their letters.
Does he get his license taken away?
They don't say.
Does he die?
They
Yeah,
don't.
sure.
Yes, he does.
Thank you.
He
Yes.
does.
Yes.
Painfully.
Ooh.
Did everybody get mad about the miscommunication and the baby trope
What
and
are the good people
the
good
fade
with
to
it?
black and
So when he wasn't answering the phone,
yeah,
they're both reminiscing, and we get that night
we get to see what happened that night.
in the chapter. Yeah,
I thought you said the chapel. I'm like, they fucked in a chapel? Okay.
Nice.
All
at the
right.
very end.
Going to the chapel and
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck Theo.
Oh my god.
Gonna get
All right, what does
What-
Goodreads think?
So
Are they mad?
I think a lot of people. It's funny because I watched a bunch of TikToks on this book before I came, and people really hate on the pregnancy trope.
They
and
really get upset with it.
But this one,
They're in.
they're in.
Yeah.
And I think it's because there's
It's not fetishized or anything. It's just more of like
People don't
there's
care
not-
how you do it. They don't want.
They don't like
They
it.
don't want to read it.
Literally, as
Oh.
soon as they see baby, they're like, nope.
Fuck this. I'm out. Wish you'd put it in the description so I
Yeah.
would have known. Like they are not into it.
No, I left out the very last line in the synopsis, and it says, and a little plus line changed everything or something like that.
She's always all right.
sneaky snake.
Also, bird words. Anyway, okay.
But so I think people are just like, they're okay with this, but I think it's only because
it did tell you
the
in the description.
pregnancy wasn't very widely like talked.
There's a
It's
fade to black
18
thing.
months
If
later.
you put it in the synopsis, then people can't go like, "What?" But sometimes they don't, and then they get real mad. Okay.
But I think people were just like, the baby isn't really like a forefront.
It's not like pukey lukey.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say she's not like puking and stuff.
Yeah, it's very like
She's just kind of. She's
She
like.
just spits up, but it's not like you know.
She's
the
just
dog
there.
is more of a character.
Yes. Yeah. The baby's mostly just sleeping, honestly.
That's what babies do.
Yeah.
That's a good baby.
Good baby.
So I think it's funny because I think a lot of people don't like it, but I think people gave it up for this book. And then I think the same thing, like everybody was like stoked that the night gets told later.
If we told you, "Hey, here's a book. It's got baby trope. It's got fade to black for the sex scene. It's got huge miscommunication. It's got bowls." Would you have been like, "That's for me"?
No, but only
Right, like-
because it's Elsie Silver.
Yeah.
It's in the series and
That's why
like
she had to put it at book 4.
I haven't
Get
read
you in.
any of her books, but I can sense that if I'm reading it, I wouldn't be phased by Tink. I wouldn't be phased.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
it, like I know,
No.
like I trust because it's like I'm always kicking my feet, even when I'm like, this guy,
Yeah.
18 months. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
I think even when I was reading the book, I immediately knew that wasn't him.
I mean, it had to be something.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he was just so, like, he was funny.
just is way
but
too out of character. Yeah.
Yes. It was just like, okay, thanks for telling me.
Cool.
Cool. You know what I
Send me a
mean? Like,
coaster.
there was just no way that was him. Okay, so.
Do we have any friends of the pod who read
Yes.
it? Ooh.
Let's see.
What's its overall rating? I forgot.
Um,
Good.
It was pretty good.
Would
It
you rate this
came
a
out-
3?
A 4, I
4.
think.
This is a Vanessa 4.
This is like the best thing she's ever
Wow.
read.
I really liked this book. And I think it's because the miscommunication wasn't really like, I mean, the miscommunication of him not knowing that it was his baby is like huge, but like I knew that wasn't the case. So I was like letting that go. But I think I really liked how funny he was. Somebody can make you laugh like, Jesus Christ, panties off.
That's it. Like, that's literally it.
But there's also like a fine line between like knowing when to be serious
And when to not tell me to watch porn in the bath.
But at the same time, it's like
she was into it, so it worked.
He was very serious as much as he was funny. You know what I mean? He would tell her really nice things. Anytime they would have a conversation, he wouldn't cut it down with jokes. It was always like real heartfelt.
Yeah.
But then he was always just cutting up, getting under her skin. He basically tells her, I don't know if I said it, but he's like, keep arguing with me because all you're doing is riling me up.
It's like that
Yeah.
New Girls clip. Stop being so mean to me or I'm gonna fall in love with you.
Exactly. So it came out in June 2023. I don't know if I said that. It's got a 4.38 stars on Goodreads with 200K reviews. A 4.5 with 56,000 reviews.
Wow. Have we ever read a book that had over 1 million reviews?
Yeah. I think there was like 1.2 or 1.6 million.
What is that?
There was something. The Love Hypothesis might be the one.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's a lot of reviews.
Speaking of reviews, review Celestial Glorbosis. Okay.
Oh my God. Jamie, friend of the pod. 5 stars.
Hell yeah.
I like all the other books in this series. I loved it, but especially love the fact that they didn't break up due to some sort of miscommunication. This is the best, and Winter took me a minute to grow to love, but their love and Vivian made me happy. And the ending, reading about how Rob is finally going to face consequences, just made the book so much sweeter. I think they're my new favorite couple in the series.
Yeah. Rob was set on fire.
Yeah.
Alicia, Megan, Lauren, Caitlin, Sophie, who I think is from the YouTube comment probably.
Ooh.
Vanessa, Morgan, Dana, and Nicole.
Is that Nicole 2 L's?
No. Nicole with 1 L.
Y'all always send each other cowboy thirst traps on Instagram. She's like, yeah, we do.
Here, Sue review.
Sue?
Not our car, Sue.
Oh, Sue.
Subaru.
My mom has an old ass Subaru that we call Sue.
All right.
That's what we
She's a beast. She gave it 1 star. She's like, these books are for teenagers to 21-year-olds who dream in their head of the perfect man who can do no wrong and would love them unconditionally no matter what their flaws they have.
I think Sue's coming to the table with her own situation.
Whether you whine, cry, or have no ambition or no drive, it doesn't matter. He's perfect, handsome, perfect, tall, perfect, and has a big cock, and perfect, and he can cuddle. And did I mention he's perfect? Oh yeah, if you can dream of such a man, read these books, because honey, in the real world, there ain't no such thing.
Why was that a 1 star?
Imagine watching like The Bourne Identity, but he doesn't get away with it. Why would you do that?
He keeps tripping.
Why would you have it and then not have it that? So if you're going to dream about the perfect man, why would you not go there? Like,
why even read if you're not interested? Just
settle down.
Live your boring
Sue
ass
needs
life.
to be reading your murder books or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or Twilight.
Does.
Ooh.
Missy says the
Missy
blurb
Elliott.
talks about Winter escaping a toxic marriage, but it's literally just one chapter of them arguing and then she's leaving.
You got to read the past books.
Yeah. And then basically it's just forgotten about. There's no development on Winter's part. She just leaves him and goes to her sister's house, and that's basically the end of it.
There were like 18 months of a...
She becomes a mom. That's a lot of development for the baby and you.
We
and
also
your nipples.
know like their whole entire history from book 1.
She didn't read book 1.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Shelby, the 1 star, the good. I freaking love and adore Theo. He's such a great male lead. I love the found family, found friend group of these books.
This is a 1 star?
Mm-hmm. There's a
I love it.
I love Theo. There's a trope in here I usually hate, but it worked in this book and it was written really well. The bad. I really hated Winter in the previous books. She gives off Nesta vibes. In this book, I hated her inner dialogue and I was constantly irritated and annoyed with her. It made it really hard to read. I would have given it 3 to 4 stars if Winter wasn't so awful.
There is so much, I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth. There's so much misogyny in so many of the 1 star reviews. Where it's like, the woman sucked. Everything she did was awful. And it's like, Okay.
You're kind of just more getting her side of the story.
But also, like, weren't you reading the same book?
Yeah.
Women can be anything. Sometimes they suck, but sometimes maybe we're a little too hard on, but it's maybe the thing where you self-insert yourself and you're like, I wouldn't do that. So you're like, Winter is wrong.
It feels like a lot of these things where people put in their situations into it.
Winter even like says in the book at one point, like, why she was so mean to Summer. And she was basically saying that like she felt like if her mom had a teammate and like somebody's on her side, then she left them alone. So she felt like anytime Summer would or Winter would put any like try to help her or defend her or whatever, she would double down and be worse.
Yeah.
So she was like, I felt like if I hated Summer and my dad, that my mom would be easier on them because she felt like she had me in their corner.
Classic mom and daughter going, you're not a person, you're an extension of me, so behave as I behave.
Exactly.
Love it.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that a minute ago when we were talking about developing and how she developed a lot, I mentioned that she developed the baby and also her and her nipples, and you guys didn't even hear me talking about her developing nipples.
Oh, God.
That was a fun one.
That was great. I liked
really
it.
fun.
That was fun. Elsie
Homeless.
Silver once again.
Yeah.
Toothless.
What was it called?
Reckless.
Dadless.
Ooh, reckless meaning because they're not fucking with birth control.
Yeah.
That's reckless.
Repeatedly.
Reckless.
There's cum all over that glove compartment.
Everywhere, you know? Thanks for listening. As always, if you subscribe to our Patreon, you get this a day early, and you can patreon.com/clutchmypearlspod. So if you're on there, see you Monday. For everybody else, see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.